Kalimera, Kalispera, wherever time you are watching, this is Mappa. I'm still Thasso is here. He's a very
Yes,
down Thasso. He's
he is.
very, very sad. And that's because his team took a kick in the
Ball
Kunnes.
in the ball. Say it. Say it.
Yes.
Say it
Kick
nicely.
in, kick
Proud.
in the Andy gets bias.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tonight.
Lovely. Yes. That's
Kick in the
cheering up.
Cats.
Yeah. Kicking the
Kick, kick,
kits.
kick in the Cats.
Right in the kits.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But before we start, how are you? Apart from your team's
Well.
capitulation,
Yeah. Up until the 94th minute of that game, I was all right. It was all right. You know, work and whatnot. But apart from that, beautiful. What about yourself? How are you
yes,
doing?
eventful week. A lot happened. A
Yes, it
lot is
did.
still happening,
Yes, it is.
and I'm sure we're going to go through it because we called this the speed round because there's a lot to go through this evening, my friend.
Yeah.
Fortunately, you and I have made notes. I think your notes are more comprehensive. Um,
But
but
yeah,
yes,
so
let's
so shall
start.
we shall we go? We'll go with the tonight's match.
We'll go with tonight's match. Okay,
We'll
I'll,
start
I'll
with
bring
that,
up.
and we'll
I'll bring up
start.
the goals. I'll let you go and say what you need to say. Let's
I
go.
there's not much to say for me really. First goal, defensive defensive balls up. Really, the referee originally gave it offside. It's very close. And they checked it. I think they checked it on VAR. From where I was watching it, it took them a while to decide it was offside. Took them quite a bit to decide. But maybe that was because the method of me watching it was actually lagging. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, gave the goal 1-0 Petrovic own goal. Not a lot you could do about the second one. Just
Bosh.
absolute stonker from outside the box. Belic going absolutely apeshit as he should. But yeah, couple of things for me to know is Tejera. Tejera is a bolt-on bet for the for getting a yellow card, isn't he? Uh, anytime Tejera gets caught up in the team, put him down for a yellow card. 18 minutes it took him this time. It's like he's getting earlier and earlier every time he gets the yellow card as well. So let's see. Let's see. Really good job from him as always. Again, um, but yeah, Mayer showed glimpses of what we want to see from him. APOEL had the ball in the net as well, but it was given offside. But yeah, so I kind of went in a bit crazy with this on Twitter. I said, like when they did the draws for the playoff rounds, I said when APOEL get through, they will play the winners of Midtjylland or Ferencvaros. Um, and I call them difficult but not insurmountable opponents. I mean, Omonoia last season with uh, Midtjylland, kind of they showed they gave a good enough presence till I think they went a man
Mm-hmm.
down. So there's definitely some frailties in that Midtjylland team. Ferencvaros, depends who decides to show up from any Hungarian team. To tell you the truth, they're very hit or miss. They're difficult, but there's definitely a chance to get through. Obviously, saying that, that's before a 2-0 loss in Bratislava.
Yeah.
However, they still got to go to the Recipe. Now, the great equalizer is obviously the fans at the stadium. So let's see how that rolls.
Well,
I
also
wouldn't
don't forget,
figure out.
Ari played them last season and they lost 2-1 away, and then they went to Alpha Mega and beat them 6-2.
Yep, yep. That's true, but different playing styles. So let's see. I think the good thing is Tejera won't be available for the return leg. So they'll have to play Sat 4 in midfield with Mayer. So so let's see. Let's see what happens.
What,
Now,
what was the game like in itself? I mean, you caught a lot of it, I'm assuming.
y-
Um,
yeah, yeah. I mean, the stream I was watching it on was a bit laggy, but
it wasn't a stream.
oh
You
no,
watched it
sorry, sorry. I wa-
in a very legal
I watched
manner.
it. Yeah, I watched it in the correct manner. It's just my internet connection is rubbish. So yeah. But yeah, there was chances for both teams. It just the rub of the green went the wrong way. Now looking as Apoel are 2-0 down in the first leg, they do have the chance to go through to the Europa League playoffs instead. And if they get there, then they will have to face either Santa Colomba of Andorra or RFS of Latvia. So all respect to those teams' leagues, but you know,
Don't,
you know,
don't,
I'm not, but
don't, don't,
but you know,
don't.
but don't, but you know. Now, sticking with Abuel, Abuel have signed Lautaro Gano as a left back from Vélez Sarsfield.
Hmm.
He was on loan from January last season at AEL. He played 5 times and managed to get 2 assists from them. So he seems to be like a hefty kind of left back, uh, especially with you know, especially with Quintilla not having the best of times at the moment. He needs a bit more competition in there, and as well, um, young goalkeeper Stefanos Gitos has gone to the Enis Morpho in the second division. And also there was a brief glimpse there of that banging away shirt.
Macron are smashing it this season, man. I don't even like the team, but that kit it looks nice. It actually looks nice on telly as well.
Yeah,
Sorry to say this, but yeah, Macron have smashed it. Smashed it with ILs, with Omonias, with this one. Yeah,
yeah,
they've done a blinder this
yeah.
season.
They've done it. That's a nice shirt. I think I'm going to be going
Hmm.
for that one as well next summer. So
Well, someone put out a tweet to us and they said it's a nice kit, but hopefully the stigma doesn't bubble because apparently the sponsor, because it's printed on,
yeah,
after a few washes it starts bubbling up. I don't know.
I hope it doesn't, because it's the same on last season's shirt as well. So
Mm.
that's gone in the wash for the first time. So I will report back.
Well, I didn't want to say it on the show, but I'm going to do it anyway. I spoke to someone at Macron, believe it or not, this week,
Okay.
and they've given me the contact details of the representative for Cyprus. It's an Italian lady, so I shall be sending her an email very, very soon, and maybe we could do something with Macron. Not
Yeah.
the bloke that married a bloke, the French president.
That's
Macron, the shirt
it's
sponsor,
yeah. That it's worse than you think. I'll talk to you about it later.
allegedly.
Oh, she's not a
Allegedly.
bloke, but she
Allegedly.
was she was his
Allegedly.
teacher at school.
Yes, there's like 30 years age difference. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So she
Well,
she gr-
listen,
she groomed him,
allegedly,
but
yeah,
allegedly groomed him. Sorry, but
allegedly she's a bloke.
no comment. Anyway, back to more blokes.
Well, before we do that, let's bring out some comments.
Yeah,
Unlucky Thasso, maybe second half or maybe second leg.
yeah,
Mario says, I actually feel sorry for Thasso and our boy Listers. Bratislava offside never confirmed with VAR lines. Just kidding. I don't. Sorry, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Scoval, my guy. Flashbacks again last year when we conceded one last minute. Would have taken 1-0 to Gazi B. I think Thasso would have taken that as well.
yeah.
Pedro is here. Thank you for Pedro was showing me a game called World of Tanks, War of
Oh
Tanks.
bloody hell! He's always on that.
Yeah, and
He's
he was showing me a stream, and like he was hiding behind a bush. I'm like, how can you hide behind a bush in a tank? Like, how can you hide? He goes, well, it's just a game. Correct, it's just a game. But yeah, I called it the tank wank, the wank tank. You hide behind the bush and
nice.
you have a yeah.
A tank
Sorry
wank,
for
yeah,
people watching.
yeah,
We do use a
yeah.
lot of well, I use a
It
lot of
is.
profanity on this pod. So
Listen. It's after hours. It's after the watershed, so you can use all the swears you want.
okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Midtjylland hammered Ferencvaros yesterday. Thank you, Mario. Or, actually, I'm going to do it in Mario's voice. Midtjylland hammered Ferencvaros yesterday. That's how Mario talks. True
Nice,
say.
nice.
Yep. Hi, guys. Does Midtjylland still have star player Ian McNabb? We won't talk about him on this show, please. CableNet Sports 1 was acting up, yes.
Oh right,
Poor
okay.
game. Ah, there you go.
Oh, there you
Poor
go.
game by APOEL. 2 goals will be too much. Sloppy to let in that last goal.
Yeah,
Don't say it. Not saying it. Not saying it, Mario. I'm not saying it. And Dongala was really poor. Many ball drops in the offense, which led to slow
yeah,
ran counters. Yep, there
yeah,
you go. There
yeah.
you
I
go.
agree with that. But yeah,
Very close on the offside. I think it was onside even for a little bit. No, I'm not going to bring that up. Not going to do that. Yeah, is Gaia going to eat mahalabi? Is he gonna get the? Because they don't like him. A lot of your fans, man. A lot of your fans don't like him already.
it's a persistence on certain players.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also not a fan of him persisting on certain players who did not perform, especially against Petro Club. And he decided to keep him anyway, even though there's valid replacements, better replacements. You know what's Yannis Sacha got to do?
Yeah,
But,
true,
but
true.
anyway,
He needs to go to Sweden.
yeah, he needs to go to
He needs to go to
Sweden.
Sweden.
More on that later. We still
Yes.
got we still got to get through. One misalignment. Let's call Abwell's last game. Let's call it a misalignment to an absolute disaster. Let's go to Ajax, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Disaster class. This
Something
is how
in
they do
the
it.
air tonight.
Yes.
Na
You
na
know.
na na.
Fucking hell.
Ferrando, he's getting sacked. Uh, look, what goals to concede, man? Unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable show. He's having an absolute nightmare to start his career. So you would
Yep.
have thought after losing 3-0 to Paxi in the first leg, you would expect an uptick in performance levels at least. It, let's put it this way: there were a lot of fans waiting for the team bus to leave the stadium. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
um, for them to obviously tell the players exactly what they thought. I'm sure it was all positive when it went down.
Oh, absolutely. It was nothing but like in Coming to America, where Eddie Murphy was walking and the ladies were throwing the rose petals while he was
Uh,
walking. That's exactly what it was. That's the kind of reception they received from their supporters.
Beautiful, isn't there? Didn't you catch something? There was a letter from the ultras.
Yes, yes, they did release a statement, and it is actually on our website nc-network.com. I can bring it up, but it's quite long. But it ended up, well, middle of it was like, this is not AEK. They described it as tragic. The responsibility lies with everyone without exception. They pointed the finger at the board, Xavi Roca, the coach, the players. They obviously big themselves up because we can't do anything. Like we're the fans. We make the decisions, and you got to stand by whatever we say. And blah 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 blah. If you can't stand the pressure, go away. La 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 la. People
Yeah,
are actually fans are demanding the championship as well. Tasso, a team that's never won the league in their
they
30-year
demanded.
history.
Yeah, in their 30-year history, we should point out it's a 30-year history. Uh, you can ask my dad about that, the
Yeah,
Bezoborigo fan. But uh,
yeah.
but yeah, um, yeah, it's not happening this season, lads.
The
No way.
greatest line of this statement was, if what needs to be done to win the championship is not done, we will be, capitals, merciless with everyone without exception. What are they going to do? Give them like 100 lashings or something? We're going to get the Shiromeri from the wall and start beating the players with it.
Just a big slab of Lunza, just slapping him
Honestly,
in the face.
man, come on. Let's not be silly. You guys have never won the league before in your entire history, all 30 years of your history, and you're talking about demanding the championship.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
Let's not be
you know,
silly.
I got involved in a discussion with an Anorthosis fan on Twitter regarding Ajax performances over time, and their discussion is that the amount of money, the budget that Ajax have, they should have more than just one trophy in the amount of time that they've had this elevated budget. And to be fair, I think he's correct, which is why we've got a label for them. We've got a label for Ajax in this. It's it's Tottenham, isn't it? They're the Tottenham of this league.
Yeah.
They just need to find. They just need to find their rhythm. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But if Ferranda has the same start to the season that Ultra had last season, then I think everybody's heads are gonna hang. I think
It's
even
looking peak at the moment, man.
even Garabadagi might go.
It's looking peak, honestly.
Yeah.
Because they didn't look. I mean, look, they were pretty bad defensively last season under Ultra, but this season already they're looking worse. And to be honest,
They
the players
conceded
that they
5 goals.
yeah. And what makes it even worse is that you look at the players that they brought in defensive areas, and you're thinking, what is this? What is this? Like, who is making these decisions? It's absolutely bonkers. But anyway, there's something that they say in Cyprus about the pitch being the mirror. Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
there you go. Speaking of signings, they've signed a 35-year-old Spanish right back with mostly experience in
crying out
second and
loud.
third tiers of Spanish football.
But
So
why?
that's Jorge
Why?
Miramon.
Why?
And well,
35-year-old.
that's what Xavi Roca does, isn't it? He either finds 40-year-olds who are going to retire, or he finds players like Kaptoum and one Jeremy Gnali, French left back from the third tier in Spain, called Terrazona. He's also played for Melilla, which is the little town in Morocco that Spain have.
Look, I don't want to be disrespectful here, right? But they've gone from Diuncu, that was from Man City's academy, Barcelona's academy, who was at Girona, and then they've signed this lad. Now, he could end up being pretty decent. You never know. But whenever I hear French third division to the first division is Spanish third division to the Cypriot first division at a club that was challenging for the title until the final day of the season, took it right down to the wire. I could eat my words, but this is going to be a bloody disaster for him.
Well, honestly. I mean, here's the other thing, right? Can you put the image of him back up?
Yeah.
That Jeremy Nali, for people who don't know and are watching, is the one on the bottom left there. Now, if he's 22 years old, so am I. He looks about the same age as me, doesn't he?
Careful.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that guy's lived a hard life.
Careful.
In his 22 years. But yeah.
Anyway,
there's been some
Gus
outs.
Ledes.
Yeah, there's been some outs. Or
go on.
Not quite yet. It hasn't been announced yet, has it?
No. But shall we talk? Okay, let's talk about Gushko first, and then.
Well, yeah. So Gushko has been released, officially announced he's gone. So another pretty good player of theirs. Obviously, last season he had some difficulties with injuries, so he didn't perform as well as he or as much as he could have. But I still think he could have done a good job for this team. Uh, the other player that's not quite out the door yet, but the whispers are turning into let's say louder whispers.
Yeah.
Um, is Gus Ledes has kicked off about the team, the coaching, the tactics, all being unsuitable, and it looks like he's going to be shown the door, doesn't it?
First of all, you don't have to be super intelligent to understand there is a huge problem with this situation. Gus Ledes, that has been in the team of the year 2 years in a row, undoubtedly Ajax's most consistent, reliable, and best central midfielder the last 2 seasons. New head coach comes in, and all of a sudden, not only is he out of favor, he's literally falling out with the head coach. Now, I get it. Head coach wants to do things his way, but is this the best way to endear himself to the supporters?
Yeah, it's not great, is it?
Mm.
Mm.
And we spoke about, was it last week when you were saying that, was it some people from India were messaging you saying that this head coach works well with younger players, but not with players with egos?
Yeah, or yeah, they said with superstars.
Yeah. Well, no
So
disrespect. Look, sometimes you've got to change your philosophy and change your mentality. Gus Ledes, as I mentioned, is arguably Ike's best player.
yep,
And it nah, this don't look good. This
no,
don't look good.
it doesn't look good. And what's annoying me about this is Enzo Cabrera shows up to show everybody what he's capable of in a big team, and he's going to end up doing a Harry Kane.
Unless they change the coach.
And well, yeah, but are they what? Are they going to bring around Ben Shimon back?
No, but look, at this stage, look, after the first leg, the 3-0 loss, something tells me that they were already looking for a replacement.
Mm, let's see. Let's see.
And
Let's see. Because in the press conference, Javi Roca was like, "I've been trying to bring him into the club for a long time. I've known him a lot, and
of
that
course,
masa,
of
masa,
course,
masa, chew on all that business."
of
Um,
course.
now, um, yeah. So yeah, Konstantinos Evribidos come in,
Hmm.
19-year-old who was signed by PSV from the Ajax youth teams. He got released by PSV in January. Got signed by Beograd. I think it's in Serbia. He played a few games for them, and now he's back in Cyprus again and re-signed for Ajax. So that's there.
Nice.
It's another Cypriot for them to stick on the bench and do very little with. And speaking of Cypriot stuck on the bench doing very little, they've also let Henry Bates Andreu go out on loan for the season to Olympiacos.
Oh,
So there
very
you go.
nice.
Yes.
How generous.
How generous of him. Henry's finally going to start seeing some ball, yeah? Right.
Yes, please.
Anyway, that mess is over. Let's go to let's go to some more happier news.
Yes. Let's
Yes.
go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. And
So,
Buffalo qualify for the next round of the Conference League with a 3-0 victory against Zalgiris, and they pammed them. Goes from Tankovic, and this one from
this
Anderson
is a beautiful goal.
Silva.
Look at it.
My
Ah, poof.
goodness. My goodness. That was in extra
Those
time.
defenders have got kids, man. Those defenders have got kids.
Yep. And then Dragomir made it 3-0 from a Mario Ilya cross. So Buffalo go through and they face Cesarca Sofia 1948
Yep, that's right. And
in
they will
Bulgaria.
be in Bulgaria on Thursday.
Correct.
So the winners of that tie will either play Maccabi Petah Tikva or Cluj. So could be
Ooh.
Andreas Garo coming back to Cyprus for a game. Plays for
Ooh.
Petah Tikva. Yeah, it's difficult. If Bafo get past CSKA, they've got a difficult match. I think both those teams are pretty good. Especially Cluj. Cluj have got pedigree. So yeah.
Well, you listen. If you want to get to the group stages, you got to beat these teams, because when you get to the group stages, it gets even more difficult. So
Yep. Exactly.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
But transfer stuff, yeah.
Yeah, transfer stuff. So they've gone for Ivan Sunjic is the one on the left there, defensive midfielder from Birmingham City. So of course,
I think you don't like him, yeah.
I know I don't like Birmingham City.
Oh,
So
okay.
of course, Birmingham City fans and their League One poor excuse of a team run by
For crying out loud.
NFL quarterbacks know exactly what they were on about when they say that he left to get less money into a
For
farmers
goodness
league,
sake.
etc., etc., etc. You know, Birmingham City fans can keep right on into oblivion. Thanks. There you go. just waiting for all those messages to come through.
Crying out loud.
From people with like 3 thumbs, but anyway.
Oh,
No. Let's go to the proper bit about
God,
talking
it's fucking
about
killing me.
Sunjic. Let's talk about Sunjic himself. So he was at Birmingham for a long old time, and he went on loan last season to Hertha BSC,
Yes.
where he had a bit of an issue with the coach, didn't he?
Yeah, let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. This is from Twitter, the ever reliable Twitter. Have a listen to this.
So, for people who don't know German,
Oh, you want to translate it?
yeah, I don't know German, so I don't know what he's
Well,
saying.
wer bist dich? I thought dich means you.
Yeah.
Translate.
What does verpiss
What?
mean?
Fuck knows what. Hang about. Let me try and find the tweet. But there was a tweet that said apparently the coach told him to fuck off. Basically, it was during the beginning of a training session, and they had a big fallout. Was that his first training session? I think might have been his first day on loan, and he fell out with the coach about something, and the coach told him to piss off or fuck off, basically. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to put it in.
But does it matter?
German. Oh yeah, there you go. Verpiss dich.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. And then tschüss. Tschüss is
Goodbye.
just tschüss, like
Auf Wiedersehen. Cheers.
ta-ra,
Yeah.
ta-ra, adia. Okay.
Flipping hell.
So then,
Flipping hell.
yeah.
But yeah.
So there you go. So let's see how he gets on that battle. Let's see how it gets on in the Brodathlima, because there's some characters in the Brodathlima, as we know.
Mm-hmm.
So since he's a defensive midfielder, he's going to get to know a few of those characters. Now, another signing that Bafov made, they've signed a 20-year-old Greek goalkeeper from Olympiacos called Thanasis Papadoudis. I'm not sure why they've gone for a 4th goalkeeper, but I guess fine. Ivusic needs help, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why they've gone for this 4th goalkeeper, but they've got him.
I've got a theory.
Oh, have you? Are you
Right.
able to share it, or are you going to
I've
have to
got a
wait till
theory.
after?
No. I'll tell you now.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember Transformers?
Yeah. Oh, I see what's going to happen here. Yeah.
You had the Dinobots.
Yeah.
And they all
Yep.
merged together to make one big one.
They did.
That's what Buff are going to do with their goalkeepers. They're going to get all 5 goalkeepers. They're going to merge them into one like a transformer and make one solid goalkeeper that takes up the whole goal. You will not get past him. The question is, will there be Autobots or Decepticons?
Oh, very good. Very good. I like that. I like that. There's a t-shirt idea there. If you can
Mm.
if you can
Mate, that Buffalo logo
dip the
is
trademark.
is prime, ready to be a Transformers regen. Du-du-du-du-du.
No comment. You dig your own grave there. I'm not I'm not talking about that.
It's ready for me anyway. It's ready for
Oh
me.
dear
I'm
Lord.
gonna be cremated anyway, so it don't matter.
Ah, okay.
Decepticons for sure. Megatron.
Oh dear.
Prime. Yeah, let's get some
Ah,
comments up very quickly.
yeah.
Is it possible to bet when Ike coaches getting sacked? I would like to make a bet for September. It'll probably be sooner than that, bro, at this rate.
Yeah, let's see.
Ike inspired from Omonoia preseason planning 21, 22, 23. Oh, flipping hell. Too many trophies in the background. That's for the Buffer one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did notice quite a few. Tasso shooting shots like Cooley. Oh, like Koulibaly, yeah. So he's having a proper go. Surely Jude Bellingham won't like your comments about Birmingham Tasso.
Well, listen, this is a team that retired a 19-year-old's shirt because he moved to Real Madrid. Sorry,
There you go.
it was to Dortmund first,
Dortmund.
wasn't it? Yeah. They retired his shirt because he moved from Birmingham to Dortmund.
I've got a great story about Bellingham.
That's for later, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, it's not. All right, it's not a bad one. It just makes Ed Woodward look even more incompetent than what he is
Oh,
or
good.
what he was.
Good.
Yeah, it's a great story. It's a great story. But anyway, Paul
Right.
says Mono Salamina. What do we have anything on them today?
Do we? Do we?
I don't think so. They didn't sign anyone, did they?
No,
They
they
went
didn't
on
do.
pre-season, but that's about it.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
boss. We don't have anything on Salamina this time.
I'm sure we'll have a lot this season anyway with their giant central defenders. Maybe they're going to put them together as, oh my God. Omonoia going to do the same with the wingers?
We're
With
gonna
the wingers together?
we're gonna for anything for Salamina, we'll just do a dummy shy section. Yeah. So
Which mean Paul Salos has the fastest red card in Cyprus football. Okay.
because he said mono Salamina.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hello, Mr. YouTube channel or Mrs. YouTube channel, wherever you identify yourself as.
Yeah.
Oh, are you a Decepticon? Right, move on.
Yes. So moving on, we've got Omonoia next, haven't we? So fairly
Yes.
straightforward night, I think, in Georgia. The game was almost won basically in the first leg. So Stepinski, is it Stepinski who scored? It was, wasn't it?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, so Stepinski scoring that first goal basically put the tie to bed, I think, and then the players took their foot off the gas a little bit, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then there was the equaliser on the night, and Semedo smashing his penalty in near the end of the game. But yeah, I think you've made your thoughts well known about Omonia's performance. So did Pedro, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
They did all right. I thought fairly professional job. You couldn't really gauge the rest of the season from that game, considering kind of from the tie was over from the 25th minute. But yeah, what are you going to do? So
Put it this way, it was a professional performance. The first 10 minutes they looked a little bit ropey, I'm not going to lie. But once they clicked into gear, dominated possession, moved the ball very well. The first goal, if you watch it again, Simic made the interception, moved it on to Semedo, and Semedo, his delivery this season, I've noticed he's improved his balls in the box. Before it was very erratic. Now he seems to be a little bit more composed, and I think with Stepinski there being a natural goal scorer, right place, right time. All right, they equalised in the early stage of the second half, which wasn't really a surprise. But after that, they didn't threaten us. There wasn't any heart-stopping moments, and then we won the penalty, which Gaguli won, a player that we're going to discuss in just a moment.
Yes.
But yeah, convincing victory. Got Ferhava on Thursday, and if you are part of the members area for 99 cents a month, you will see the preview that we did with a former Ferhava player, believe it or not. So there you go. Join our content area for exclusive content, 99 cents per month. There you go.
Nice.
Anyway,
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So you haven't said, obviously, if Omonoia get past Ferva, Videoton, whatever you want to call them, they will either face NK Osijek from Croatia or Zire from Azerbaijan. So
yeah, tricky, very tricky.
Yes,
Very tricky.
yeah. So there's definitely a couple of stumbling blocks there, but yeah. Now, Omonoia have made some signings. So first of all, yeah, there you go. So we've got Mateusz Musialowski.
Yes.
Yes. So there's been quite a bit of detail on him. You did you did a pod about him. Is that locked on in the members area as well, or
That's
not?
in the members area, yes.
Yeah.
So we had James on from Redmen TV, a highly established Liverpool fan channel, 500,000 subs, I think, something crazy like that. And yeah, he gave us a lowdown on the player, and he looks very, very promising. Okay, you can't gauge how good a player is based on their YouTube clips, but from what I've seen anyway, and from what I've been told about him, this kid is the real deal. And I'm actually really excited about this signing, not because of the Polish Messi moniker given to him. I just think he gives you that added extra, that little bit of, and let's get it right, because another young player is leaving Omonoia that plays in the same position, that was also dubbed as the Cypriot Messi. We're kind of upgrading, not disrespect to the lad, but a Liverpool academy player.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah. Agreed. So another incoming as well that they didn't Omonoia decided to not announce on the Omonoia TV channel is goalkeepers from Olympiacos in Greece. They're kind of they're like buses. You wait for one, and then four of them appear at the same time. We've got another goalkeeper from Olympiacos. His name is Bandelis Mikhail. So what's that now at Omonoia? Is 5 or 6 goalkeepers? 12? You could do first
Fabi,
11.
Uzoho, Kiragidis, Panayi, and this one 5, yeah?
5. What are you going to do with
Yeah.
5 goalkeepers?
Well, maybe to battle the Buffalo goalkeeper. Gonna get
like Power Rangers, yeah?
I told you it's like Transformers, man.
No,
Transformers.
it's Power Rangers because
It's
they
morphing
have
time.
they have the original fight at the beginning where they're just normal sized, and then the bad guy gets really massive, and then they go in the robot, don't they? And then they fight a massive fight.
Yeah, but Transformers is more relatable because you got the separate Transformers and then they merge into one to make one big one.
All
It's the
right,
same
okay.
with
All
the
right,
because
all right.
the original ones for the Decepticons were like construction machines. So there were diggers, there were cranes, and they made one. I forget what it was called. And then the Transformers, the Autobots one, were the Dinobots.
Yep.
Grimlock. You had
Yep.
Grimlock. You had Anyway,
I
sorry.
remember Grimlock, but anyway, yeah.
Me,
Yeah.
Grimlock, not like you. Yeah. Yes. Sorry. So
Yeah.
I've got 5 goalkeepers to battle Buffalo's 5. There you go.
Okay, there you go. Sorted. Now,
You
let's
got
talk
them mixed
about
up with Power Rangers. No. Stop
see,
it.
see,
Stop it.
see, I
Stop
mentioned it.
it.
Anyway.
Mm.
Uh, there's obviously we need to talk about the rumors, and some of them are more stuck on than others. So
Yeah.
it was originally Loizo was going to Jew Gardens.
Where?
Jew Gardens? Hold on, how do you pronounce it? Jew Gardens? Jew Gardens? How do you pronounce it? Don't do this to me again. Don't do this to me again. No.
Shalom.
No.
You pronounce it your garden. Your
Oh, you
garden,
don't
like your
pronounce the D.
garden.
You don't pronounce the
No.
D or the J.
No.
Oh,
Your gardens.
okay. Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
Loizo's going to my gardens, but that's simmered down to a stop before it barely started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were rumors. It was spread like wildfire. He's
Yeah.
going to your gardens, and again, no one really. Okay, at the time there were rumors that he was leaving, but no one knew which club it was. The comments are coming up now.
Which is why I'm snickering as well. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it for the time being. And then obviously this club's name was mentioned. And the funny thing is, right, and here's the other thing that people do not mention. This is the same Swedish club that signed VAR. Remember him?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the kid that went AWOL at Buffett, and then they brought him back and sold him to Apoel, and then he left because for whatever reason he went to your gardens. And ironically, they're signing another player that has a questionable temperament.
Yep. Yeah, questionable small stature player as well.
Yeah.
Like they're not learning their lesson.
Yes.
But yes. Now the other one, which has got a lot more traction, is
Yes.
there he is, nice and big on the screen there.
Mm-hmm.
He's one Andronikos Gagoulis going to IFK Göteborg.
Yes.
Okay, we're not laughing at that. I was going to try and work. I was going to try and work some other religion into.
No.
I can't. No. But yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was a story that broke on Brathlimar, their website, and we spotted it. We then put it out ourselves, and obviously credited them because that's the done thing to do. You credit people for their breaking news, and we got how many thousand views on that one? Let me just try and find it because
it was 113 or something like that, wasn't it?
113,000, not just to say 113.
Sorry, 113,000.
113K, not just like, well, we just 113. No. It was 113,000. In fact, let me just bring it up on screen because it's since gone up. Gone up. It is now, boys and girls, 117,400 views. I even bookmarked it just to go back to it. But yeah,
that's a few views, isn't it?
Yes,
that's a few.
117,000 views, and that's not even including the ones that we. Let me just bring up the other ones as well a minute, because we put out a tweet regarding a write-up that we did on Google, and that has, where is it? That's not the one.
Go on.
No, that's not the one. That's not the one. Where is it? 1 second. 32,500.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice. It is nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, look, from what I understand, he's going to be in the squad for tomorrow's game against Fehava, and then it's likely that he's going to be going to Sweden maybe Monday for a medical. I am absolutely thrilled for him. I've been a big fan of his. We've had a few conversations on Instagram over the past few years. 2 years ago, I remember saying to him, look, don't listen to all the criticism that you're getting online. People gauge strikers based on their stats, like they did with Duris. And I said, you're making the right moves. You're moving into the right areas. You're obviously utilizing your speed. just learn from your teammates. And he's had a lot of good strikers to work with and learn from. And, you know, we spoke to Leonida Babadagi was last summer, actually, and he said statistically Gagul is one of the fastest strikers in Europe. And clearly, I think Jesper Janssen has had a say in this because he knows the Göteborg president very well, or sporting director. And, you know, the recommendation's there. And good luck to the kid because he deserves this break.
Yep.
It's great to see Cypriot players. Look, I'm gutted he's leaving Omonoia, and I think when he does leave, people are going to realize what he brought to the table. But it's time to go to further his career, and these opportunities don't come often.
Yep.
So yeah,
exactly.
good luck to him.
Yeah, and it's, you know, we should be keeping an eye on any other strikers that we can send to Sweden. We need to find some more strikers to send to Sweden, I think.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
they've taken Bittas, they're going to take Gagulis. It looks like they're after a specific type of forward as well.
Yes,
So,
one that doesn't get picked by Ketspire.
yeah. So Sotirio's next, yeah. So he'll go from.
Well, he's been there. He's been there. He's done it.
He'll go from Bristol Rovers to.
Oh, Ruel. You mean Ruel?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Lloyd's with the garden bot.
No.
Guggles a Cypriot Rashford. No. Don't be silly. Come on. Janssen spoke of a lot of positives about Gagul. Think he will do well in Gothenburg. Yeah, I think so as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, there's one more bit of Omonoia content that I think is fantastic.
Well, before you start, right? Omonoia do this thing where when they do a live press conference, they always seem to go live about 5 minutes before the press conference is supposed to begin. And on this particular one, I've recorded it, and I'm not going to bring it up because it's like 7 minutes. But they were doing a sound check during the live stream, and God bless the guy that was doing the sound check because he's on the phone to the person in the studio, and he's doing mic check 1, 2, but he was counting to like 10 and then 20 and all that, and it was great to watch. But what Omonoia do afterwards is that once the live is done, they remove that video and then they shorten it to the actual press conference itself, so you don't see what's happened. But I recorded it anyway. So Tasso, I'll let you continue.
Oh no, I've got nothing to say. All we have to do is just click play, just let it play out.
Yes,
let it ring out into the tubes of the internet.
Yeah, well, I hope it's audible. I hope people hear it. But this is just moments before the press conference starts. It's Valdas Dambrauskas, the head coach, and Andrea Dimitriou, head of press office. And this is quite interesting. It's funny, but anyway, let's roll it.
How many people are watching live this press conference? Guess.
Depends. Live, actually, maybe 2,000 people. But after we reach them.
Καλησπέρα σας.
How many people are watching this live? About 38, mate. About 38.
My favorite part in that, where he goes, how many people are watching this press conference live? And Andrea goes like this, and he goes, guess. Guess, like playing a game. Like, what hand am I holding the pen? Guess. Is it the right one? Is it the left one?
Oh,
mate,
God. Yeah.
It's brilliant. Guess. It's like my daughter comes downstairs and she's waiting for a delivery to come because I've ordered her something on Amazon. Like, what time's it coming, Baba? I don't know. Guess. Just tell me a time. How many people watching? He goes, about 2,000. It was actually 127 people watching live on YouTube at the time.
So he got that a bit wrong.
I think he meant in total though, because they stream on Facebook. I wouldn't know they blocked me on Facebook, to be honest. But
Yes,
there you
yes,
go.
of course,
There
as
you go.
as is normal to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's all.
Anyway.
Let's also send Gulmar to Sweden. Well, if you're going to send Gulmar to Sweden, just make sure he doesn't do any admin, because we're still waiting for those 6,000 page document to be yeah. Yanni found it funny. Andrea found it funny, but Pedro, of course, doesn't find it funny. He gets offended. And he has to correct us because it's Omonoia, and Omonoia can't do any wrong in Pedro's eyes. You know, Pedro has, Omonoia boxer shorts, Omonoia wallpaper, Omonoia glasses, Omonoia condoms, even though there's holes in it. All of that. It's just, he's Mr. Omonoia. You can't say anything about Omonoia. You know, if you dare say anything about Omonoia, it's like saying anything about Allah. You can't do it. So.
Petro.
Aren't you playing tank wanks?
Anyway. I'm not.
He's going to block me now.
I
like Omonoia.
Yeah, I was going to try and segue from that to the next team, but I'm having trouble doing that. So let's talk about Aris instead. So Aris have announced the loan signing of Andras Dimitriou to Omonoia Radipo. 20-year-old left back, signed from Galmodi, signed summer 22, played 8 times for the club so far. He's also turned out 6 times for the under-21 since September 2023. So that's less than a year. He's already turned out 6 times for the under-21s. Okay. Now, let's go to the next Limassol team, because it's been a quiet week in Limassol for once.
Busy.
Yeah. So Apollon.
Sorry.
Yeah. We'll get to APOEL because there's more things I want to say about APOEL. We'll do Apollon first, because basically, us in the Indian Super League, for some reason, we seem to be like this now, right? Mushaga Bakenga is now playing for Punjab FC in the Indian Super League, so he signed for them. Now, Mushaga Bakenga.
That's all. We forgot one other thing.
What did we forget?
We forgot one other thing.
What did we forget?
Oh, for crying out loud. We're going to have to rewind on Omonoia.
What did we forget? Oh, God, this. Oh, this. Okay. So, okay, let me... I'll explain this.
Yes.
The draw was happening for the Europa Conference League playoffs. And I'm guessing the Omonoia social media person wanted to fire off a tweet nice and quick about the about who they might play in the playoffs. Right. So the tweet reads off. I'm going to read it in my crappy Greek accent first, and then I'm going to translate it into English. Εάν η ομάδα μας πάρει την πρόκριση από τον τρίτον προκριματικό γύρο του UEFA Europa Conference League, τίποτε στα play-off της διοργάνωσης θα αντιμετωπίσει τον νικητή του ζευγαριού and then the teams. So, if our team goes on to the passes the third qualifying round of the UEFA Europa Conference League, nothing in the play-off of the organization, we will be playing the winners of the couple Osijek and Zire.
Play-off.
like
plywood.
Τίποτε.
Nothing.
Τίποτε στα play-off. Now, somebody responded to me after I pointed this out to say they probably meant to write Dode. And they were rushing the tweet out and they auto-corrected it. But how many people are checking these posts? Well, they're not checking it though, because hashtag proud sponsor and the rest of it. But yeah,
Well, there was another one, but that's me being pedantic. But I'm not sure. Shall I mention that as well?
you can do. I don't know about this one.
All right, okay. Let me bring it up. Crying out loud. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I should really be doing this in the members area.
Yeah,
in
why are you
fairness.
doing this? Why are you doing this?
Well, might as well. I thought we were going to rush through it, but then too much just keeps popping up in my mind. So this one,
That's it. I ogdoj
right?
metagráfií. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Go on.
Disomadas. Mas. I missed that. I missed the sigma. They missed it. Oh dear. That's not good, is it?
Yeah. Anyway.
That is not good. Anyway,
Anyway.
so
Move on
about
to
Ari, we spoke about Apollon, and now we'll get to the interesting bit of Lemeso, because AEL announced a bunch of signings on the 1st of August.
oof. Yes.
So
3.
we've got one for Ruslan, a fellow comrade of his, Daniil Lesovoy. They've also announced 24-year-old Brazilian centre-back Facundo Constantini. And we spoke about Emmanuel Toku last week, that he was rumoured to join. And then he joined.
Yes.
Now, I want to say something about Constantini, right? A couple of things.
Yes.
So
Bottom left.
One, he looks about 12. Look at him. He looks 12.
Yeah.
Now, it looks like Nuno Moraes took a picture with the Instagram baby filter. That's what he looks like.
He looks like someone tried to draw Nuno Moraes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, Facundo, I want more players. I want more players called Facundo joining teams in Cyprus,
Yes.
because I just enjoy that little tidbit of Facundo, his name
Yes.
meaning what it means in the Cypriot dialect. For people who
Mhm.
don't know, Facundo means they're hitting him. So I love it. I love it. More Facundos, please, in Cyprus.
Lovely.
In fact, right? No, in fact, somebody get Facundo Sava out of retirement just because my brother's called Sava.
Oh my God.
Oh, I loved it when he signed for Fulham. I would not stop talking about him. Anyway, yeah. So there's also been an outgoing at IL as well, and it's
Yes.
Del's
He's going to.
favorite Bulgarian.
Oh no! Yes. Sorry, I thought you were going to mention Andreu
Oh
going on loan
no,
to going
no.
on loan to a garden.
No, I forgot about that. No, Georgi Minchev has left
Yeah,
IL.
the Minjita.
Yeah, and he's joined Umraniyespor in the second division in Turkey.
Lucky ladies out there. Lucky ladies.
They're gonna love him out there, aren't they?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, also, Andreu.
Bottom right.
Yeah. Talk it through, because I missed this.
Yeah, so he's joining Arshod, one of those garden teams.
Ashdod.
Ashdod, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
He's
So
going
there
on
you
loan
go.
for a year.
Yeah. So there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Happy
So
days.
that is all the Cypriot team news. Cypriot team news. The Limassol team news. Now,
Yes.
let's go to Anorthosis next.
Yes.
Yes. So players have come in. Sergio Conceição Jr. Is the eldest of Sergio Conceição, the actual Sergio Conceição, four sons that play football. There's a 27-year-old right back who's played for a load of Portuguese second division teams, and he was in the BAUK and the Standard Liège youth teams. That's one in. There's been a couple of outs as well.
Yes.
In the playing staff. So Christian Makoun has signed for Levski Sofia, And they also announced that Musa Wagwe, anyway, Musa Wagwe has been released. Well, has been released. He decided he didn't want to play for Anorthosis anymore, and they decided, okay, you can go, because he didn't show up to preseason training. So he's gone for free. I like to remind everybody a lot with Anorthosis' financial situation that Anorthosis had a €500,000 transfer offer for him in January. That a couple of people, one of them being Sandys and the other one being Prieto, decided to not accept, and instead they did their whole bit about send some money for a transfer and we'll give you a scarf. Yeah. And you know that €500,000, that €500,000, €500,000, that €500,000 would have done some good to paying off the debt on the stadium. So then the fans wouldn't have had to fork out the amount of money that they forked out to save the stadium. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, speaking of Prieto, it's not officially announced yet, but in essence, it seems that he's being launched out of his well overdue cannon straight into the sun. I've called him a disgrace so many times. I've run out of superlatives to call him without using foul language. But yeah.
This is a guy responsible for signing players to really long contracts.
Yeah.
When the club was in financial disarray.
Yeah, long contracts on wages they knew they couldn't pay. They knew it. They knew it because they said they took a risk. They took a big risk. Yeah? So they knew it. They both knew it. Now.
Well, look, I'm just interested to know. Well, listen, I don't know if they're going to divulge those figures, but I'm interested to know how much money Anorthosis would have spent on agents' fees last summer up until now, and how much money goes to certain people.
In theory, we will see that in the announcements for December's books that they have to all release to pass the criteria, the UEFA criteria on finances. Yeah. Now, we need to also remind everybody that Prieto hired his son as a fitness coach as well at the club. Anyway, that's got nothing to do with anything. I'm just
not at all. Nothing at all. I mean, nepotism does not exist in Cyprus.
Yes, exactly.
Or in football in general.
Yes. So, speaking about the financial situation at Anorthosis, I believe you might have some more information as to what's going on behind the scenes.
Yes. Well, there have been several people on Twitter or X messaging us asking, what do you know about Anorthosis? And I had a bit of an update. Just the other day, I spoke to two former players who were in Cyprus. They no longer play in Cyprus. But they told me that Anorthosis offered them contracts. Now, the offers that they were given financially were not great, but they were both told that if they waited a bit longer, the club would have new owners. And if they waited a bit longer, they would get a better offer, and they could either come to the club this summer or next summer. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and when people tell me you're a conspiracy theorist, I always say, well, how can you call it a conspiracy theory if it's common sense? This is a club that has been actively trying to, well, the owners have been trying, whoever's in charge have been trying to get rid of the club. There was a failed takeover attempt a couple months ago. There are American investors interested in the club, but they've signed an NDA. They're doing their due diligence, but also there are Russian investors looking at the club. And you don't need me to tell you this, because many of the news outlets, I think it was Super Sport FM, reported that there were Russian investors, potential Russian investors, at 2 friendly games, right? But these players who I spoke to, I won't mention their names, right? But they told me about this before this whole Russian story was being put out on social media. So the wheels are certainly in motion. Now, if an NDA needs to be signed, which is usually the case when it comes to club takeovers, because I've signed 5 already in the last year, not much information will be divulged. They will not talk about who the potential owners are, where they come from. Well, apart from where they come from, you can say that, but their line of business. We don't know if it's a crypto company. We don't know if it's an oil company. We don't know anything. But what I can say is something that I've been saying for a very, very long time. We're talking, 4 or 5 weeks now? Anorthosis will be fine. And let's get it right. You have the son of Sergio Conceição joining Anorthosis. Does anyone really believe that this player would come to a club that has no financial stability, knowing who their dad is? Right? And let's get it right. People can say, "Oh, this has happened before, and maybe he's just coming here for a holiday." No. Because if and when a takeover does happen, this is a club that is going to be very, very serious, to the point where other clubs are actually trying to find out more information about this takeover, because I think clubs are very concerned in Cyprus right now. But anyway.
Yeah, as they should. They should be concerned, because that top 6 is already getting very congested. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people. A lot of clubs that are trying to get up to the top there, and Anorthosis, as good and as old as they are, haven't been anywhere near that top 3 or 4 for a long time. So the amount of money that's going to be coming into them is going to be putting them close to that top 4. So it's going to be even more competitive than it's already been.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Yes.
Let's see. Well, exciting times ahead, and it's a stark contrast to maybe 2-3 months ago, where fans were trying to raise money to save the stadium, trying to save the club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely. Now, from one bunch of Russians to, in theory, another bunch of Russians, let's go to Anorthosis. So here we go. Here's another one we've jumped on. Is that Katsandonis, the forward, is interesting. Piasta Glawice, right? That's how you pronounce it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I put that one right. Yeah, I haven't butchered that one. In Poland, according to a lot of sources, a lot of people have come forward to talk about Katsandonis, getting them moving over to Poland, and even more so when the Garmiotisa pressman Azaz, I can't remember what his first name is. His surname is Azaz, came out to speak about a complete roster, but that the club is in discussion about the sale of Katsandonis and therefore will be looking to sign a forward. So there you go. So, listen, they're listening to us, right?
Yeah, mate. Do you know what? I'm very, very concerned. I'm very concerned.
Listening to us.
No. We've only got like 29 people watching live at the moment. Who gives a shit about what we say? But there's one person who we haven't heard from or heard of in a while.
Oh yeah.
Where is he?
Where is he?
Can someone check up
Yeah.
on him? Anyone got his number? Can they call Johnny Violins and see where he is?
Yeah. It's a very interesting one, isn't it? But if what we know is what we know, then he won't be around much longer anyway, will he?
You never know. You never know. You never know. I don't know. Listen, let's talk about what's his name? Fucking shit. Simo Tarabuluzzi going back to what's it called? Oh, going to Garbiod, it's not going back to. But
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, indeed.
Interesting to go
Yes,
hang out with Sophronia again, yeah?
Yeah, well, apparently they don't get on, so I don't know.
Interesting. Very interesting. Now we're gonna moving down the table. We've got Achna as well. They made a signing. Johan Barre,
Yes.
23-year-old French central defender, after he got released from Banahaigi in Greece. Also, while I was on holiday, I missed this. Dejan Drazic has signed for Indian Super League team Goa FC for a reported fee of €100,000. So
Nice.
that's all three of their front three from last season gone now,
Yep.
including their bigger sister, Achna. So there's no Ilya, no Cabrera, no Drazic. So David Bayer's got a lot of work out.
Yeah. But listen, we've seen the magic that he's done at previous clubs. Did well for Ethnigo, did well at AEK. You know, he's got something in Cyprus anyway. I mean, Agrida, but can't really say too much about that club. But...
Yeah. Move on. Yeah. Right. So, let's move on to Two Omonoia, Two Furious.
Yes.
So they've announced. So first of all, let's do the transfers. Sorry, they've announced ex-Doxa player Nikola Trujic.
Very good.
So, one of my favorites, especially if you want him to do some time wasting, he's all about trying to tackle a player, and then when he can't, just laying himself over and pulling them back, trying to get the ball off him. But yeah, so he doesn't have to change his home ground. So that's good for him, isn't it? They've also signed a 30-year-old Moldovan defensive midfielder called Katalin Karp.
Okay.
Yeah, they signed him from Neftchi, but no, not that one. There's another club called Neftchi in Uzbekistan.
Okay.
So we're signing Uzbekistani players now as well. Also talking
Something
about
fishy going on there.
He was waiting for a gap and he jumped into it. Now, also talking about home grounds, something happened today.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah, we talked about it at the end of last week. What happened regarding the licensing of some of the stadia where Brodathlimath football is going to be played this season. One ground that has never had the license for events to be held because they've never applied for it is the Katokopia Epistrophi Glafkos Kliridis Stadium, to give it its full name. They've never applied for the license for games to be played there. All right? So there you go.
Is anyone surprised?
I'm not surprised.
Anyone?
No. I gotta vida and paperwork. Anyway.
Yeah. Lots of.
So.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about any shredding going on. There was some going on at a second division club that's no more, but I'm not going to talk about that.
Oh well, we don't know that they're not. It hasn't been officially confirmed that they are no more. Anyway, so we're starting to see fallout from them not applying for this license. Now, Two Omonoia, Two Furious were supposed to play friendly today versus Anorthosis at the ground, but since the ground does not have a license to hold events, police refused to provide the security for it. And since there was no police security, the game had to be cancelled. And that included the fan day that Two Omonoia, Two Furious had organised as well. So 2 things from me in this. First one, stadiums should be applying for this license to hold events, otherwise they are not suitable stadia. The reasons for applying for this license is so that you can have an inspection to take place and to provide assurances to insurance companies that the grounds are up to scratch. If you're not applying for the license in the first place, it means you already know that the ground is not up to scratch.
Yep.
Now, that's the first thing. The second thing, the police, while they're making an example here, how come they've let friendlies go ahead at Antonis Papadopoulos, at Tassos Markou, at the Dasagi, and other grounds who are also not fully licensed and are only kicking off for this specific case? So it makes you think that one, doesn't it?
Again, we know. I think we'll wait until the start of the season to say something about this if it continues.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, we should be seeing a crap load of friendlies get cancelled, but let's see. Let's see what happens. I've got some stuff about Paralimni there, but it's mostly to make fun of them.
Well, let's do it. Well,
Yeah.
listen, put it this way. The past 2 weeks, we've had birthday messages for social media stuff at
Yep.
clubs.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
bit of a weird one.
Yep.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, social media representatives saying happy birthday to themselves on the social media accounts. But anyway, so Paralimni decided to announce something to do with kids soccer for girls who were born between 2013 and 2015. So that's a good thing that they've announced. But for some reason, the background title that they've kind of posted says, "Is Neon Baral Alimni Kids So As Roots Aka." So
Listen, Canva ain't for everyone. I'm just saying.
Yes, exactly.
I'm just saying.
And also there's a website called academy.com. But anyway, so there's that. And the next thing is just because I'm not a fan of Paralimni now after the stories that have come out, they lost 2-1 in a friendly with Bayek. So that tells
Very
you
nice.
how their season's going to go for them, I think. Now, the last thing I have on the list of things, and then maybe you might want to throw in some stuff that I might have missed, is that today the Cyprus FA announced that the Super Cup match has been postponed. So it was originally supposed to be on the weekend of the 17th to the 18th of August. However, the match between last season's league and cup winners are both still in Europe. So the Cyprus FA, in their benevolence, have listened to the 2 clubs and have decided to postpone the game until after their European qualification campaigns are finished.
Hold on. When was the actual date?
Weekend of August 17th, 18th.
And the season starts on the 25th?
Yep.
So I assume they're going to make it midweek?
Yeah, probably. I suspect it'd be a midweek game at some point.
So now they're going to say, well, you need to move our game further forward, right? So if APOEL and Buffalo are playing on a Saturday or a Sunday, they're going to have to move it to a Monday or a Tuesday.
If they're in Europe after this occasion. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
If one of them is, or both.
Even if one of them is, exactly.
Right.
You would play. So So,
Well, Buffalo got 5 goalkeepers, so they can put
yeah,
3
exactly.
of them, 4 of them on the pitch, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe
And
they could play some youngsters from the under-19s, which stormed the league last season.
yeah,
But anyway,
yeah.
whatever.
So, and in the post from the Cyprus FA regarding the postponement, they finished it off the statement with the Cyprus Football Federation wishes our 3 teams are continuing the UEFA Championships, APOEL, Paphos FC, and Omonoia, good luck in their new duties. Isn't that nice?
Yes, very, very professional.
Very nice. Yeah, there you go.
It's like when other clubs wish certain clubs all the best
Well,
in Europe.
yeah, but not others. Yeah.
I'm not going to mention any names. I'm going to wait for the week. Actually, Joe, I'm going to wait for the Thursday game, and if they put out that message again, I'm going to show it on the pod next week.
Yep.
Just so I'm not going crazy, you know.
Yep.
After all, they did wish and luck for the cup final when the last game, so you know.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
There is one more bit of news, which I guess I don't know if I'll just talk about it anyway. You know about it. Yannis Bitter
Yes.
of AIK has been linked with a move to MLS. Interesting.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Now,
It's a good one, isn't it?
it is. It'll be. Well, listen, I don't know if it'll be a good thing or a bad thing because obviously Johnny went to MLS and didn't really get many opportunities, and when he did, it was usually in MLS Cup games, which are like the equivalent of, I don't know, Carabao Cup games.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But every time he was on the pitch, he did well for him, I think.
He did
He just
absolutely,
wasn't given a
absolutely.
chance.
So, but let's get it right. I mean, does he really want to leave Sweden the way that he's playing right now, the form that he's in?
Well, Ike recently changed their head coach,
Yeah.
and since this change in the head coach, Bitter hasn't scored yet for this head coach.
Mm-hmm.
So, changing system might have an effect on his form. Let's see.
Possibly. Anyway, we're done. We are done.
We are done.
And we still have 33 people watching live. So thank you, boys and girls, for tuning in, or whatever you identify yourselves as. We're going to be back next week with more European action, I guess. Yeah, because I think 2 more teams playing this week. Don't forget to visit our website, www.nc-network.com. If you want to email us, contact nc-network.com. We are on Instagram and X at This Is Mappa. Thassos socials are here.
They are.
Mine are there. Check in the description. Everything is there. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for people in the live chat, although there's been a few people flooding the chat with messages. But hey, listen, at least people are talking to each other. The regulars kind of jumped off because it's probably, it's 1 o'clock in the morning in Cyprus now. So anyway, but thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. And we'll be back next time or next week. Same time, I hope. Bye.
Bye.